everybody. Welcome to Education 3000. I am Noemi Paimal, founder of Education 3000, and welcome to our special series online.
Hi, Naomi. Hi, everybody. I'm very
Hello.
excited to be here. I'm David Fegan, the Education 3000 International English Program Coordinator. Welcome, everybody, to our series. It's level 1, a series of 25 videos. It's called Co-Recreate Education. We're very excited for these first 25 videos, as I said, of level 1, because Naomi, we're going to be doing other levels later, correct?
Yes, and then you have level 2, and education is an endless story, of course. And I love the title, Co-Recreate Education. We have to do a new turn, how do you say it, when you renovate something? Revamp education.
Yeah, revamping, updating, reimagining.
Definitely. Would you like to tell us about you? Where do you live?
So I'm from Australia, from Melbourne, Australia, but I've been living in Bolivia for the last 6 years. So I'm in La Paz, and I am an English teacher, a journalist, and a musician.
And a journalist, international journalist.
An international journalist.
Congratulations. And thank you for co-directing this series. This is very important. This is education. This is something for all of us, parents, grandparents, the whole family, teachers, educators, health professional as well. We are all concerned with children, young people, the new society. The way we educate now is the society we are going to have tomorrow. It's a great responsibility, but as well fun. And by the way, I am French. My accent is French. I live in Bolivia too, in La Paz. Actually, we are neighbors. And we worked for 20 years now in South America and linking all the continents with the idea of re-innovate education and give an education for a human being with fun, with love, with another perspective and new paradigms. And this is the idea with the whole series, those 25 videos. Please follow us because we have a lot of information, new information, and it's not only information, it's an invitation for everybody to take care of the education we really want, the education the children really want, the education the society really need, and the planet really need. So it's a great enterprise. I mean, it's not an enterprise, we are all volunteers. It's a great vision and action.
So very important times right now. And why don't you tell us, before we get started on video, the first video, a little bit about your experience, because you've had a very interesting life, both personally and professionally. You've traveled a lot, you've done a lot of work. I'm sure our viewers would like to hear a little bit about you as well.
Yes, I am an anthropologist actually at the beginning. So I was in touch with many countries and different culture, different ethnic group. And then I switched to education, but with this anthropological background and social background, and see what's happening with the humanity, with evolution, with all the changes we have right now inside the society, inside the planet, humanity. Everything is changing right now. And education is changing very fast. Exactly. I prepared some slides for you. Do you want me to share the screen maybe?
So yeah, let's get started. So even though we're neighbors, obviously here in La Paz, in Bolivia, we're in the second wave of the pandemic. So we're being responsible as well with social distancing. So let's get started. What is Education 3000, Naomi?
So the first of all, it's not a method, it's an invitation. We invite everybody, the same title, I mean, the same word, to co-create or co-recreate or re-co-create comprehensive education with awareness, care, and synergy. We invite everybody to really transform. It's a grassroots movement, and as well a worldwide vision with peace culture.
And that word synergy is in bold, Naomi. So that's an important word in relation to Education 3000, right?
Yeah, synergy is like teamwork, and we create a huge momentum. Like I help you, you help me, we have ideas together, we improve tools, for instance, pedagogical tools. And it's like 1 + 1 gives 11. It's like synergy is more than being together. It's being together and create a constant energy, momentum, team building, and it's always moving on. Education is always moving on. Mm-hmm. It's changing all the time, and we adjust, we adapt to the culture, to the change, to the children. Everybody is an individual with special, everybody is unique, and it's a huge dynamic. I think the word is dynamic, or dynamic.
Dynamic,
Dynamic.
Okay, so we can see here that Education 3000, we're generating a mutual, flexible learning process that integrates solidarity, fun, ecology, humanity, multiculturalism, and a deep peace culture. So as well, there's a lot of important words there, Naomi. Can you give us a little bit more information about what they mean?
First, fun. It has to be fun. If you want something to be sustainable, it has to be fun.
Sustainable.
Sustainable.
So long-lasting, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And multiculturalism, because the action is local, respecting the culture, the history, the background, the social, economical, political environment. So it's really a local action, grassroots action. But the vision is one planet, peace culture, help each other, solidarity. So it's a wonderful combination, and that's why it works.
So education comes from Pedagooogia 3000 in Spanish, and it's abbreviated as P3000 in all languages, because P3000, Education 3000, is present in lots of countries, right, Naomi?
Yes, and I will show you the map. Yeah, we are in 56 countries now. That means we cover the 5 continents. Pedagogy and Educatiooon, 3 O's to make a difference, and 3000 because, of course, we are in the 3rd millennium.
So we
Do you
might
want to see the movie?
I'd like to see the movie. And just for our viewers, sorry to cut you off, Naomi. If we say, so we might say Education 3000 or P3000 throughout the series, but obviously we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah. People get used to P. So in all the countries, we use this, P3000.
So,
this is a very short movie to present all the countries and all the things we did. It's an intro. Let me find how to start it.
So it's nice to see as well some images of all the different places, cultures that the project's been to, right? And the map as well.
Yeah, and that's why it will always, I mean, we will end up with always a nice peace culture movement parallel or hand to hand with education. It's very important nowadays. Did you like the music? It's called Unbreakable.
I did like it, yeah. And why did you choose
Unbreakable,
that song?
because we are unbreakable.
20 years going strong, right?
Yeah, and it's from Thomas Bergerson. And it's nice to see there is such a momentum these days. And when you are in team and together, we can do a lot. That's the good news. And definitely that's what we are doing. So thank you to the team. Thank you to you, to everybody. This requires a lot of teams and a lot of people together.
Nice. So why don't we have a look at the 3 pillars of Education 3000, Naomi?
Yeah, to make the story short, because we do have like 8 books now, a lot of handbooks, a lot of videos, more than 200. But the core idea, the main idea, first of all, a fulfilled and happy human being. First and human being. Then mathematics, then all the topics and the curricula, but first the human being. Mm-hmm. Second, actively co-creating our society. Kids and teachers and parents and young people who are not afraid to do. Education is not only to learn or to have theory, it's to be able to do, to put in practice, to have lateral thinking, to have ideas and put them in practice. This is the key idea as well. And of course, caring for the planet. We can't go on like the way we did. So from very early age, this environment consciousness and action. So do you want to rewrap?
Sorry? So the next section, we're going to have a look at some of the maps, right, Naomi?
Sure.
So
we prepare some maps here. We started in 2001. So this year we are 20 years old, which is great. We had now like 8 NGOs. This is no governmental organization. We are volunteers. Mm-hmm. And we set up a worldwide link for education and peace. So we work all in team and with coordinated action and programs.
And so it started in South America. How did that come about, Naomi? Why did you start in South America?
Because I was living there. We started in Ecuador in 2001, and then rapidly it will expand. It did expand in all South America, Mexico, and then Europe. And then now we have the 5 continents linked.
Perfect. What else are we going to have a look at in the
We have
map?
all the event. So we cover a good deal of the world. And if you want events in your country or be part of it, it's an invitation for everybody. Now we have a lot of in Russia as well. China is open, Australia, your country. Mm-hmm. It's wonderful.
So you've been busy. You've been very busy the last 20 years.
Busy and very lucky, because it's an honor and it was my pleasure. I love to travel on the top of it, of all of it. Wonderful.
So it's an interesting kind of relation. If we remember, like the first pillar that we looked at of the project, a happy and fulfilled human being, and that applies as well for our work as well. We love to do it, so it's
exactly. We have to do what we do, what we say. And then we have some more here. This is an international congress, scientific congress, and architecture. We have as well. We have 2 teams of doctors and teams of architecture for the new schools. All the new paradigms, everything is changing. So we have very good professionals with the new vision, which is solidarity, which is helping, which is a human being, which is helping to cope with the new society based on better a better vision, a better paradigms. And by the way, we are going to, now we do online. So we have many congress online. We will do the architects and we will do the scientific congress. We go on, of course. This MAPS is when it was a physical event, but starting in 2020, we did all the same, everything but online. And probably in the future, we will do mixed because we gain time and save money too. This is a social pedagogy program for children in high-risk zones.
And Naomi, how do you identify children that are in high-risk zones?
Yeah, high-risk zone will be like refugee children, children in post-war situation, post-disaster, natural disaster situation, violent neighborhood, violent countries. For instance, we have programming in Colombia and Mexico in the peace program. And one facilitator's got a prize in Mexico, a national prize for a peace program. We start in Syria, then at the border of Syria as well, Turkey, Lebanon, and then South America and Mexico. Actually, we will do a program on that on the series level 2 as post-trauma program, a post-trauma program video included into it.
Nice.
Certified facilitators of Peace 3000, we are like more than 90, almost 100. And they are mostly in North America, South America, Central America, part of Europe and Middle East. And if you want to be a facilitator, you can contact us as well. And they do the event, they do programs on TV, radio, workshop, trainings. So it's not only me, of course. We are so many.
Big team now.
And it's like family. We really help each other, support each other, always give this emotional contention and new information and be updated all the time. 7 Peter schools. Do you know the 7 Peter schools?
I know that later in the series we're gonna look a lot in depth at the 7 Peter schools, right?
We will do 8 videos. It's beautiful. It's a proposal. It's an idea of having all this material, all of the ideas, or in order, organized in 7 pedagogical areas. We have now 7 schools running and many more in development. And welcome if you want to do your 7 Peter school wherever you are.
Nice.
I think this is like an idea, 7 Peter, 7 pedagogical areas, and it will cover all the level of development of the human being. It's a beautiful youth people program, and this will go on this year, of course, with a festival for the young people, and they have bright ideas, and they are the next leaders, peace leaders of the world.
So we can see
this is a map with everything.
So yeah, like we discussed before, the last 20 years have been very busy, and the 2,200 events. I remember you told me, Naomi, that that's just what you've done in the last 20 years, right?
That was the one I implement or I imported. But of course, also facilitators every year, every month, they do their own program, and this will add up to at least 3,000 events or more.
Yeah, so in the last 20 years, like at least 3,000 events, 56 countries reached, 46,000 teachers and parents trained, 7 books, 33 handbooks, 220 videos on YouTube. So you can check out all of the material on YouTube as well. And at the end of the video, on all of the videos, we'll obviously explain or show the links. 3 academies, 8 NGOs, and like we mentioned before, almost 100 certified facilitators. But obviously as well, if you want to become a facilitator, the doors are open as well.
Always. And it will be in English and in Spanish, so we can organize that. It can be in situ or it can be online, or presential or online. This is our famous program. It's a 50 program, 50. And it's divided in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 axes or 6 areas, I will say. Research, of course, scientific research and applied research, like to co-create new tools, new way of, it's not even teaching now, you know, Dave, it's learning together. It's like growing together. We don't have this to teach and to be like above and to pour knowledge, is that's over, finally. It's a completely different approach. Seven Peter schools, of course, a network. We have a network of sister schools as well, exchange. It can be digital and in the future physical or both. Peace program, of course. AV, it's audio visual material and dissemination. We put a lot of efforts to spread everything we do as fast as possible in real time when possible, so we can share for everybody, to everybody, and of course for free, and a lot of trainings and the network. That's our main areas of work. Is it clear, or I go fast?
No, I think it's pretty clear. And like we said, for example, with the 7 petal schools, later in the series, this series of level 1, we're going to also be looking a lot more in depth at these things. They're not just sort of,
Definitely.
words. We're going to be explaining it, analyzing it, talking about it as well a lot.
Actually, we will do 8 videos only on the 7 Peter schools and 2 videos only on tools. This is more or less a bioregion, what we called our bioregions. And this is an international network. So South America, Central America, North America is by culture, language, and geographic location. Then we have Middle East and North of Africa. It's called MENA. 5 Africa, 6 Europe, 7 India, 8 China, combined with 9, which is the rest of Asia. 10 Australia, New Zealand, and 11 Russia.
So pretty comprehensive, right?
Yeah, and we all talk together. We meet every month, sometimes every weeks. We have a beautiful dynamic.
So Naomi, where can, like we said before, you can obviously check out a lot of material, P3000 material online. So maybe you can tell people where they can go to find out a little bit more.
All material in English is in YouTube. Educatiooon, 3 O's, 3,000 in different languages. Sometimes we have some videos in Arabic, Russian, Mandarin in this channel as well. So enter the channel, subscribe, put comments, like. Yeah, it's very interactive. Our website, of course, is in English, Educatiooon, 3 O's again, 3000.info. Facebook también is in English, is Facebook. And if you want to help or any more information, the email is info.educatiooon3000@gmail.com.
And for our viewers, all of these links are going to be below in the description. In all the videos, you can find these links, so you just need to click on them. You don't need to copy and paste anything from the video or memorize anything. They're all there below in the description.
If not, take a screenshot or a photo from your cell phone. Thank you very much. And see you in the next video. To remind you, we have 25 videos. This is only the first one of a new series, and we are all invited to change education for us, for our children, grandchildren, and for the next generation to come.
And the next video, Naomi, I'm really excited for. Can you tell our viewers what the next video is about?
Yeah, next video is very interesting. It's about characteristics. Yeah, this one. Characteristics of today's and tomorrow children. So from the neuroscience, from the emotional issues, from the metabolism, we will see all those changes and what kind of education they do need.
Perfect. So stay tuned for that, because we're all of us, we're always still learning. I'm very excited to see you next time, Naomi. See you in the next video.
See you, everybody.